This should work now. We're having technical difficulties, but I think I figured out the network problem. I don't know why it was having a network problem, but I think I figured out that we were having a network problem, and now it's not having a problem, so we're good. Good afternoon. This is Hitchhiking America Day 75. I'm still in Newport, Rhode Island, and I've been here a lot longer than I thought it would be. We're gonna try and hitchhike. The weather's nice today, so we're gonna try another airplane thing. There's people right there. They're going to New York. That's the exact wrong direction. I would go in any direction except directly backwards. It doesn't even have to be like forwards. It can kind of be like diagonally half backwards, and I'd still do it. But that's straight backwards. So that didn't work anywhere but that. Anywhere. Also, updated change of plan. No storage hunting today. We're done with the storage containers. No more. I'll never walk into a storage facility again. I might. Because honestly, I think I would enjoy that. If it was under my own, like if I got one and I kind of sifted through it, like a little hobby thing. Occasionally you buy a little storage unit, you see what's in there. I don't know how I'd liquidate all the junk. Like I think he was just looking for the big ticket items and he's just gonna donate or trash everything else. So I don't know. But, so we might still end up going through Boston, but we're probably just gonna skip through it right now and end up coming back. I'm meeting up with an old friend in Montpelier, Vermont, and then we're gonna hitchhike from there to Portland, then down to Boston, then they're probably gonna head home from there. So I'll probably have like 5 days of partnered streaming, like hitchhiking as a duo. So people have been like, would it be difficult with 2 people? Well, you're about to find out. Okay. He's got the New York plates, yeah. I'll still ask, yeah. Is it like a regular? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Run and catch him. Okay. Thanks. I wouldn't donate nothing? I don't know. Another car with New York plates just showed up. That's exactly the wrong direction as well. I've heard Newport is a lot of old New York money. So it kind of makes that sense that a lot of people are coming up from New York for the weekend and then back down. Who are you hooking up with? I'm keeping it a secret until, until it's there. You can be like, this is my friend. What's for breakfast? Same as yesterday. Everything is the same as yesterday for the start of the stream. I started here sitting on this picnic table, eating a sandwich from Ma's, a charisse sandwich from Ma's, and having nice coffee, albeit this one's a lot smaller because the last one was a little big for me. These 2 days started exactly the same. Hopefully they both, or there's a different outcome to the day. Because yesterday was a weird one. What happened to you, Red Boston, helping out those guys? He disappeared. Dust in the wind. Said the whole day is like, yeah, I'm gonna give you a ride to Boston, give you a ride to Boston, give you a ride to Boston. Gone. The signal hold up when you hitch planes. If I'm near a town, city, like anywhere with cell towers, the elevation we're flying at isn't too high to catch the service. But if we fly like across really, rural, in middle of nowhere areas where there's no cell towers anywhere, then we'll get no service. So we'll have service taking off here, and then I'm not sure, like, depending on which direction we go, if we're following like the interstate or something like that where there's cell towers, then we'll have service. If we're going like over a forest in the middle of nowhere, then we won't. Hey Travis. Hey Mick. Groundhog Day, yeah. We just restarted another day, we're just going all over again. One guy pulled up, and I'm gonna see if he's going anywhere other than New York. Have a plane ride lined up yet? No. I've asked one person, they're going to New York. Another person showed up that I'm going to try to ask, but they had a New York license plate. Wait, have you hitched a flight? I've hitchhiked. Oh, Blazin', you know what's going on. For anyone else, I've hitchhiked 5 flights, but haven't hitchhiked a flight from here. Morning hitch, it's like yesterday. This is exactly the same stars yesterday. Same food, same drink. Better weather though. Better weather. Which is why I came back here. What's that static noise? Probably feedback from this microphone. Thanks for the luck. Oh, if you get a plane ride? Yeah, I would love to. I haven't hitchhiked on a plane since New Orleans. It's been too long. It's been too long. Love the stream. I'm gonna be sad when it's over. There's so much world to see. Like I can hitchhike in other countries too. But thanks for saying you love the stream, Josh Hazy. That's nice. Thank you. It means a lot to me. Actually does. Yeah, pilots listening to take the plane behind you. I don't think they. Hey, can I take your plane up to wherever I want to go and just leave it there? Morning, Twisted Singer. Well, afternoon for me now. Have you been to airport dispatch? Asked if anyone has pre-filed. Yeah. As soon as I got out, like people were there, and like the airport FBO operator like walked out to like greet me, and like he's like, "There's a guy filling up right there. Go ask him right now." They're trying to help me out. Are you going to Hawaii at the end of this trip? Yeah. I'll probably be state 49 or 50 on this trip. Just keep an eye out for planes, doing plane things. When's Alaska? It'll be 49 or 50. It'll be one of the last states. So, a month and a half. But rather than going right up the coast of Portland, we're actually going to move inland pretty soon, or right away here, and go to Montpellier, Vermont. It's a French-spelled kind of place. I'm not sure if the locals call it Montpellier or something like that, because, you know, America, but, like, that's how I've been saying it. Your stream is super addictive. It's awesome, like a reality TV show. Gotta watch as much as I can. Hey, well, thank you. Don't spend all your time watching the channel, but it does, you know, makes me feel good. People saying that the stream is addictive, because it means the content that I put out is something people deem worth watching. So, thank you. Logan is a nice airport. I can't hitchhike at Logan. I can't hitchhike at Logan. It's like the definition of not a place you can hitchhike on it. Well, no, yeah, I say you can't. I'm just to say, because there's security, there's everything. You can't just walk up to American Airlines ticketing counter and be like, "Hi, I'm from Canada. Can I hitchhike on your airplane?" It doesn't work like that. You're just saying it wrong. How are you supposed to say it then? Quality content, honest, real. Thank you, Vapors. Hey, Kayla. How's it going? Montpelier? Montpelier. Really? I'm Pretty sure it's a French sounding place. Why do they Montpelier? I guess it makes sense, America and everything. Tell them it's for Twitch. They're not gonna care. That would have to be something like pre-planned. You'd have to deal with like marketing directors for American Airlines. They want it for the publicity. And you can't just, like, the ticket agent can't, like, they can talk to their supervisor who could then talk to the market. That would be something you contact American Airlines well before then and kind of coordinate that. But they have to get something out of it. It's a French name, but they say Montpelier. If it was actually French, am I saying it right? Montpelier? Montpelier? If it was an actual, if they decided to say it like French people would say a French name. Oh, you don't say it pronounced the T. Montpelier. Okay. Montpelier. Okay. How about thunderstorms are coming from for the East Coast right now on radar? Alright, well, we'll see. If conditions change, then we'll figure out what to do with those current conditions. Are you going to New York? Go north? I'm not even sure they would have taken me, but like, as soon as I said they're going to New York, I'm like, oh, thanks. Can't go back there. New York? I was there like a week ago. Yeah. Connecticut, then New York, then Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, blah, blah, blah. All the way down to Florida, down the south, the coast there. Working my way up to Maine and then moving inland. No, I've only had it like when I was like a kid. Yeah. I'll do that. You a big seafood fan?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. Do you eat sushi too, or more like crab and lobster?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's got to be cooked.
Yeah.
Are you trying to go, Trev? Anywhere but south. North, east. Well, there's not much east left, but northwest. Kind of north anything. Northeast, northwest. That way, not that way. Yeah. Hopefully there's traffic, because the weather's nice right now, but I'm guessing this will change pretty quickly. This looks like yesterday all over, a live rerun. But can't you see I have sunglasses on because it's sunny? It's totally different. And there's going to be no storage units, I swear. No storage units. No matter what they offer me, no storage units. We're done with the storage units. But yes, same food and everything. So. Any chance of flight today? If there wasn't any chance, I wouldn't come here. Yesterday there was no chance because no one was flying. Today it looks nice enough right now where people might fly. Why north? Because I just came from the south. And I don't feel like going back where I came from. No storage units, not even for a ride to Boston? No. Not even for a ride to freaking, I don't know, China. No. Okay. If the person was dependable and they're like, you can then fly on my plane, private jet, like a Learjet or like a Gulfstream or something really cool, then yes. Airplane rides, yes. How long do you get in the United States? 180 days. This gets boring without hitchhiking. You can find another channel if you don't enjoy it. Skydiving, probably not. It would be fun though. Right before work? Yeah, I know you need me to help you out at the storage unit here, but can you take me to Boston first, and then I'll do it. Exactly, scam them. I never want to be a scammer. You're done, Cherry. Good Canadian kid. What if they had a storage unit in Boston? I still don't think I'd do 7 hours of storage unit cleanup, because if they drive me to Boston, then I'd feel even more committed. Like, when I saw the storage unit, I could have backed out. Realistically, I could have been like, no, this isn't what I agreed to. I'm not going to do a full day of work for an hour-long ride. But once they drive me there, like, they've completed their half of the bargain, I have to hold up my own. What did you end up eating last night? Thai food with Matt. Come on, people. Yes, if you put a period and then immediately continue the next sentence without a space, it thinks it's a URL. This is like deja vu, I know. But it's not raining and I'm not cold. So there's some small differences. But there's been one person to ask so far. Where yesterday there was one person to ask, but it was a chartered flight. This time it was the type of airplane I'm looking for, but they were going in the wrong direction. I still don't know if they would have taken me, but as soon as they said New York, I'm like, oh, that's the wrong way. Goodbye. Still trying to catch a ride on a plane. Still would be, well, yesterday I did for like an hour, and then there was no traffic, so I stopped. Now I've been trying for 20-30 minutes, and I've only got to talk to one person, so, but we'll see. I'll give it a little bit of time. Four days in the same town. That at first, hope it's the last time. Why? What's wrong with staying somewhere for a few days? I understand you guys like to watch the hitchhiking, but I feel like stopping for a few days. I'm gonna stop for a few days. Show us the view. Yeah, I can do that. So we got planes over there. Oh, here's this guy. This guy I might have to ask. He's got New York plates. Oh. Stay. What are you eating? A Charisse breakfast sandwich thing. Isn't Sunday typically a slow airport day? Not for these types of airports. This is people that own their own airplane, and they might have a very professional job on the weekdays, but they fly on the weekend to different destination airports. Okay, that guy apparently just drove in, then drove out. He's not actually doing anything. Interesting. Still want to ride on a helicopter. There's helicopter tours around here, but they're all, again, kind of like chartered. helicopter. This guy. Wait, no. This guy. That's a chartered helicopter. It feels like you're hiding in the bush to ambush someone for a flight. Yes. I'm waiting in ambush. Another hitch flight. We're gonna try. Because the weather is better today, so I was hoping there'd be more people flying. There's not too much going on. There's one potential person right when I got here, and they're fueling up their plane, but they're going exactly where I had just been, New York. Stop. Howdy, chopper. Oh, it's already kind of down. Oh well. Oh. Oh. Come back. Alright, I saved it. They're going to New York. That plane that just took off. Going to New York. Is this TF Green? I forget what it's called. Start. I think this might be the guy I'm supposed to talk to. He told me about this guy. Go in there for a second. You come with me. You come with me, guys. I think he's going to the loft. When it comes out, we'll see. You plan on trying to get to? North. I'm not very picky. Just not south. Is that the... Hey, excuse me. Sorry to bother you. I'm a documentarian from Canada, and I'm showcasing the process, the experience of hitchhiking. I've been through 28 states so far.
Yeah.
And when I get an opportunity, I end up going to airports just to see if anyone's flying anywhere, if they are flying anywhere, if they've got room for a Canadian-based backpack. I was wondering if you're flying anywhere today.
I can't take anybody.
You can't take anyone? All right. Have a good one. Probably going to New York. Dang. See what I upgraded to? I got a flag now. More patriotic. So you can't take anyone insurance. Do you think that's a real thing? Doubt it? I think so. Without saying no directly to me. What? No, she wasn't. Really? That was hilarious. Damn it. Martha Stewart was here. We could have hitchhiked. Where was she going? Do you know?
She was at the flower parade or something downtown Newport.
Oh, yeah.
Going back to New York.
Oh. Albeit, I think I'd have to take a ride with Martha Stewart. Even if it's backwards, if it's with Martha Stewart, you gotta go. She's a it was what? It was Insider trading. White collar crime. She was told information and made stock purchases based off of that decision, and that information wasn't public knowledge. She got arrested. So. Are you heading out?
Yeah.
All right.
Take care, buddy.
Thank you
I'll
very
be in
much.
touch with you now.
Yeah, for sure. You got
Good
all
luck
of it.
today.
Yeah, thank you.
Hopefully get off the island.
Hopefully. Did we get a ride? Not yet. I find it funny having this now. Looks strange. We're headed anywhere but south, so north. That's where we're going. What are you waiting for? People to come through the airport to ask to hitchhike on their airplane. Last guy didn't want to take me for insurance reasons, but that's okay. I understand not wanting to take a hitchhiker, especially on an airplane. It's an intimidating thing to say yes to. So, do you have jumps planned today?
We gotta cancel the day.
Oh, again? Yeah.
Last whole day.
Huh. Apparently. Yeah. Yes, yeah, I did. Yeah. It took 5 rides that day, though.
You did 5 rides.
Yeah, to get.
So when was the last time you got picked up before you left Newport?
Guy picked me. Like I was just before, like there's 2 bridges to get to Newport, right? Coming from the west, I was picked up just a couple, like a mile or something before that bridge, the first one. Actually, I wasn't even hitchhiking at that point, but he saw my camera and he went to school for like videography, and I was just walking to a spot where I could hitchhike, and he pulled over like at the first spot he could pull over, like where there's a shoulder, and with his hazards on. And as I'm walking up, I didn't think he stopped for me. I'm like, oh, that guy's, pulled over exactly where I want to hitchhike. So I'm like, dang, he's in my spot. And as I got closer, he opened his window and went like that. And I'm like, oh, he stopped for me. Wasn't even hitchhiking, but he's just like, what are you up to? Like, I saw the camera and stuff. Hitchhiking? Can you take me there?
Yeah.
Sure. Connecticut, and then before that, New York, before that, Maryland, or New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, Mississippi. Like, I started in Washington State, did down the coastline to California, then kind of it looks like I did a W of the United States. Down, kind of diagonally through the middle, diagonally back down to Florida, then up the coastline like that. Yep, just Massachusetts and Maine, and then move inland. Yeah. Does that go along the coast? Do they have a coastal section? It really depends on my route. They do? Okay. Maine. Okay. Yeah. I might end up going kind of straight up north, not along the coast, and then because I'm meeting a friend, and then to Portland, then down to Boston, then inland. Yeah. But we'll see. That's always I'm bad with favorites because different places offer different types of things. I love the whole West Coast. I went down Highway 101 and Highway 1, which is right down the coastline, and it's a very stunning coastline. So that was really cool. Colorado is also, like landscape-wise, pretty spectacular and diverse. I thought Colorado was just mountains. Not to say there's just mountains. Like I love mountains. I'm from a place that's pretty mountainous, but like out west they've got like almost desert. Out east they've got like plains. In the middle they've got mountains. It's got a lot for not that large of a state. Colorado's nice. I have like the East Coast, but like the Southeast was just so humid, it killed me.
You came over both those ridges.
Yes.
What did you think of the views out there?
It was pretty nice. Yeah, it was pretty nice. Yeah. There's been some very beautiful coastline on the East Coast as well. I still think the West Coast, I'm from the West Coast, so I'm biased, but I'm still like, West Coast. Travis, how are ya? Still need that ride to Boston. That's in the right direction, but I think I'm actually going to move inland. So if I go through Boston right now, I'd probably just transit it. I'd probably end up taking like whatever their city transit is to North Boston somewhere, and then move inland on I-93, 89, something like that. Hopefully they have good on-ramps. And hopefully the police are nice. Anytime you do interstate hitchhiking, you're gonna interact with the police. Anytime you hitchhike on any highway, you're gonna interact with the police, really. Did you hit Vermont and New Hampshire already? Not on this trip, but last fall I did. Last fall I hitchhiked through upstate New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and Massachusetts. On my way to Boston, to fly to Asia. Good afternoon, Jigby. In your pitch spots, you might want to try that you've hitched the planes 5 times before. I should incorporate that. That's probably a good idea. And sometimes I do. I don't have like a very like strict elevator sales pitch. I just kind of wing it. But I like using the documentarian phrase. It's funny. That's what you meant in this trip. Not yet. Not yet.
Oh, I didn't. I won't even know how it's on. I didn't even know.
We recommend someone trying to do what it is, not to the extent that
Hitchhiking in general, or yeah. Like I have some well, you have to have like the right personality to enjoy it. With hitchhiking, there's a lot of downtime where you're like waiting. If you're not patient, you're gonna hate it. If you're doing a longer trip, I'd recommend not planning it very much, because hitchhiking when you have to get somewhere is not very fun. Like you don't know how long it's gonna take. So like, if you're patient, then to me it doesn't really matter how long it takes. I'm patient. I don't really care. I'm not in a rush. But if you have to be somewhere, that's when like you get like anxious about trying to get somewhere in time, like, and you'll get frustrated with people that you know are going in the right direction but not picking you up, right? But that never comes into play for me, at least, if I don't have to be anywhere, because I don't really care how long it takes. I want someone to see me and want to pick me up, not feel like they have to pick me up. So I'll wait till I find the right person, and then I have rules for my safety. I think this keeps me safer because I have to ask for permission to live stream it. But I don't hitchhike at night. I only hitchhike when the sun's up. And I talk to my drivers before I get in. And if I get a bad vibe from their personality, how they present themselves, based off of me asking a few basic questions, then I'll turn down the ride. Like I'll say, thanks for pulling over. I'm going to wait for the next ride. Have a nice day. So
you have a list of questions you kind of ask.
like it's just really simple, like, hey, how's your day going, whereabouts you headed to, and just based off of that, how they respond, you can usually judge their character a little bit. Or if they're super drunk, you either smell the alcohol or just see how they're like responding, or on drugs or just loopy. You can usually tell within just a few sentences what their mental state is. So I have turned down rides before, not very often, but I have. And it can be an awkward interaction because they pulled over for you.
Right.
They pulled over just for you, and then you go up to the door, talk to them, and you're like, no. But like, you have to be able to do that because you have to look out for your safety.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And then people in chat will ask me because of this, like, yeah, I'm thinking about hitchhiking. What do you recommend? And like, if you can't say no to someone, like some people just feel like it's awkward because they pulled over just for you. If you don't think you can do that, then you shouldn't do it. You have to have the confidence to have someone pull over just for you, and then to their face say, no, I don't want to ride with you. Because that can be intimidating.
So you find that with this camera, it's more, people are more welcoming to the idea of what you're doing?
For this type of hitchhiking, I think so, because you actually have, like, there's a story to it, there's a journey, there's a goal. Where if you're just bumming around hitchhiking, I think they'd be less. I think, given enough time, it would still work.
But you've done it that way too, where you didn't have a camera. And you just
Not on airplanes. This is the first trip I've done it on airplanes.
on airplane.
Yeah.
How long?
Oh, but around a lot of people when I'm hitchhiking, they don't even see the camera because it's on the ground on its tripod. It's only foot high, so they don't know I'm filming till I get up to the door and then I tell them I'm filming. I've lost 8 rides on this trip because they don't want to be the camera, and I understand that I want to be on camera, and that I don't get frustrated with that. But most people are okay with it. Some people have been like, yeah, you can film in the car, just don't have me on frame the whole time. Like, have yourself or the road in front of you, and that's very understandable as well. But I think in general, the camera, I thought more people would be scared of being on camera. I honestly thought I was going to lose like a quarter of my rides because they didn't want to be on film, because I feel like, in my mind, I thought people were more scared of their face being broadcast, but only 8 rides out of 152, so it's really not too bad. Oh, it's a really old LG G4. Yeah, like, I'm in the process of upgrading because it's ancient. Trevor, waiting for plane? It does. If there's any kind of decent airflow, like a breeze, or like, it doesn't have to be AC, but a vent pointed on it, then it seems to do okay. But as soon as if there's no air, if it's like stagnant air, it'll overheat. The best way to combat that, if there's not that much airflow, is I turn off my screen, because the screen uses quite a bit of battery and also creates a lot of heat. So quite often when I'm hitchhiking, I'll have the screen off and be reading chat from my backup phone, just because the phone's sitting like a foot off the ground and there's like radiant like heat from the asphalt and all that stuff, and it seems to, for the most part, hold on. We've lost it due to overheating a few times, but for the most part it holds on. But this is such a low budget setup, it really doesn't cost that much to get it. Albeit the internet is the most expensive part of it. It's like, because I need unlimited unthrottled, because usually an unlimited plan, ooh.
I was thinking that's the guy that's supposed to be
Yeah, but it's on the Verizon network, but it's not through Verizon itself, because Verizon doesn't even offer that. The only way you can get that with Verizon is through like an old grandfathered plan. When they first released data, they didn't think you'd be able to use like a terabyte of data in a month, so they had unlimited unthrottled then, and people still have those plans, but you can't get them new anymore. You have to like buy them off of someone else, and they transfer it to you, and it's pretty pricey. So I'm pretty much renting a plan from someone that has a grandfathered plan, and they can open up new lines with whatever type of plan they have, and I pay a premium for that plan, just so I get unlimited, unthrottled everything. Do you think these people are worth asking?
No, they're probably very cool.
Okay. You had to do that with a Lyft driver once because he pulled out a puppet and started talking to us with it in Portland, Oregon. That's pretty strange. That is pretty strange. Well, if I start driving Lyft or Uber, I don't use a puppet. It scares people, apparently. Renting grandfather plan, that's new. That's what a lot of third-party unlimited plans just are. Yeah, the weather's better, but it's not ideal. copy, 150 a month. That's what I'm paying as well. Mine wasn't through eBay; it's through their own private website. But yeah, I've seen them on eBay as well. I'm guessing like a lot of people that maybe would have flown up here for like a little weekend getaway canceled the whole weekend getaway because of, you know, yesterday's weather and stuff like that. So there's going to be less air traffic than usual. Because this is a destination airport, right? Like people come here just for a day, for a weekend, whatever. But if the weather's variable, then they'll cancel that and they'll do something else. Flight to Nantucket. Maybe. I'm not sure how much time I'll give this. If there's not much traffic, then I do have to get a little bit of mileage in. Because I am going to meet my friend up in Vermont. And then we're going to hitchhike for probably 5 days or so. Are you hitchhiking plane? We're attempting to, but there's not much air traffic today. Where did you sleep last night? Matt's house. Guy's been putting me up for the past couple nights. I met him my first night here because he was my server at a Thai restaurant. And then I gave him my business card and he emailed me. What altitude do you guys jump at for 10,000? So you need 10,000 ceiling? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Does anyone do that? No. It's what? Oh, it's a regulation you can't? Okay. It asks since probably asked, but why the flag? Matt gave it to me. I thought I'd fly the flag for a little bit. It's Hitchhiking America after all. It's kind of rolled up right now, but so it's not like dangling all over the place. But it's Hitchhiking America. You ever have to sleep outside? I have a one-man tent with me. I spent on most trips the vast majority of nights outside. On this trip, a bit less because of the community offering places to stay and even buying me hotels and stuff like that. You at the doctor's? No, I'm at a state airport. Always approach the helicopter directly from the front. Do not step on the gray foot bags on the helicopter skids when boarding the helicopter. Do not open the doors unless told to do so, and do not pull on the doors or use handles. Never lock the helicopter doors when inside. Place the headphone microphone close to your mouth. Where are you? Newport, Rhode Island. You should be able to hear yourself. As I was yesterday, as I was the day before, and the day before. That wasn't by choice. Kind of stumbled into this situation. Never ending coffee room? I just drink things slowly, just like I eat things slowly. Most of the time you'll spend trying to catch a flight before trying something else. Well, most on this trip I did was like a day and a half in Wichita. I did get a flight, but it was pretty much a city sightseeing tour, like out of Van Nuys Airport, around Wichita, and back to the same airport. Are you actually leaving Rhode Island today? I would like to. Fortunately with hitchhiking, you just don't know what's going to happen. Or in my case, kind of fortunately, I like not knowing what's going to happen. No way except for a plane? No, there's other ways. I just like hitchhiking on airplanes. I just like it. It's more efficient to hitchhike by traditional means, for the most part. You're going to get there quicker. But in my mind, there's nothing cooler than hitchhiking on an airplane. Hey, Darlene. there's small jets here. I don't think there's any jets here right now. It's all props, all prop planes. So even though you canceled jumps, you still supposed to hang out here?
No.
Oh, you're just hanging out? Oh, okay, all right. How old am I? 24 as of 4 days ago? 3 days ago? It's weird saying 24. You know whenever you have your birthday and you're used to saying the age, like your previous age, you get used to that for a year, and then you're a new age and you're not used to it. So from the storage work, I feel it. I haven't actually had an upper body workout in a while, so I'll feel it. Realistically, it's probably good for me. Airport looks dead. Yeah, the weather is pretty variable this weekend, so people aren't flying as much as they would. The rich weekenders will be leaving later in the day. The thing is, I'm guessing a lot of people never flew here in the first place. It's Sunday, so you'd be going back to wherever you're from if you're doing like a weekender thing. But they probably never flew here yesterday or today because the weather is kind of variable. Nice flag, thank you. Thanks, Matt, for the flag. We were talking yesterday about how you're not supposed to let a flag touch the ground, but if you watch the channel for a while, my bag always falls over, so hopefully you guys won't get too mad, because this flag is going to touch the ground. Like, guaranteed. Pretty quickly. Hasn't yet, but it will. Don't get mad at me. No massage. Not yet. I could go for a massage, though. Very spoiled hitchhiker if I got a massage, because I did a day of work. Near Vancouver, West Coast. Have you been to Canada? No. You should go. It's a nice place. Nice place. Have you been to Canada? Where did you go?
All the way east of St. John's.
St. John's, Newfoundland. I love St. John's. What do you think of it?
Nice, people are awesome.
Yeah, I know.
The weather was always crazy. We had like a good day. It was like, one day we were there, it was like 55, 50, whatever, 60 degrees, and everybody was out. They were loving it because usually I guess it's
Yeah.
pretty cold.
Yeah.
But it was nice.
Why did you end up going to Newfoundland?
I was in the military.
Oh, okay.
So it was a stop that I made
Yeah.
on the way over.
Okay. Because, yeah, like, of all the places, most people, like, if they go to Canada, they'll go to, like, Vancouver, they'll go to Toronto, they'll go to Montreal. Like, Newfoundland's my second favorite province. That's where St. John's is, behind British Columbia, because people are super friendly, and I just find St. John's, like, a really fun little city.
Yeah,
but
it was
it's,
good. It was, I've been 3 times, all short times, like
yeah,
a day or two.
yeah.
But the people were awesome.
Ask the skydiving Dave, most of his jumps are tandem. Like, that's what you do, you're a tandem skydive instructor. Yeah. So, I'm guessing all your working jumps are tandem. Yeah. Do you go privately for your own? Yeah, yeah. Do you skydive? Yeah. Do most people here skydive?
No.
In the airport?
No.
No.
I do, he does. This guy all the time.
Going to New York?
He's got his plane's clearly full.
Yeah. Everyone's going to New York.
The only 2 people you've seen here that's got him and I
Yeah,
that
okay.
you've seen today, but there's on a daily basis there's maybe 5 people here that's got it.
Hmm.
But there's so much going on here.
Do you ever do, like, tandem instruction stuff as well?
I'm not doing it. Tandem, I don't have the jump numbers.
Oh, okay.
But
That could be him. I'm gonna see if that's
eventually maybe one day.
Yeah.
No.
And how many tandem jumps do you need before you can go to your, like a solo jump?
No, so it's, oh yeah,
You start solo.
Oh,
You start jumping yourself.
Like, so if I wanted to skydive today, yeah, it would be tandem.
Yeah, you do a tandem, and then if you wanted to progress in the sport, you'd have to do a course
Okay.
called AFF,
Okay.
Accelerated Free Fall. You get 8 hours of ground school,
Yeah.
7 jumps with instructors and free fall holding on so you have your own parachute on.
Yeah.
Once you pass those 7 jumps, you sign off with student status and start jumping yourself by yourself out of the airplane.
Okay.
It's all about jumping using that.
Okay. But you need 500 to be instructed. That's a lot of jumps. How many jumps do you have? Okay.
It's the same addiction that everybody is. You do a tandem one time and then you end up falling in love.
Yeah. I could see that happening if I did it.
But there's people that just strictly do, they'll go on fun rides, they'll just do tandem.
Yeah. Why does he have a U.S. flag strapped to his pack? Puke. This is called hitchhiking America, is it not? Everyone's gonna ask about the flag. I'm hitchhiking around America. American flag. It's not that confusing, I don't think.
What part of Canada is Justin Bieber from?
Oh, Jesus.
Ontario, I think.
Ontario.
Yeah.
That's her favorite artist.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Canadians have mixed feelings about Justin Bieber. Because some like him. Others don't like him that much. People are opinionated about their Justin Bieber, and now that we've talked about it, you guys are going to probably be opinionated about Justin Bieber. Yeah. We're still in Newport, seeing if I can hitchhike on an airplane, but there's not much traffic. I've seen 2 for sure that were going to New York, and maybe another 3rd one. But New York is just where I came from, so don't really want to go that way. Like the building, we're in an airport, a very small airport. When I tell people I'm hitchhiking on airplanes, they think I'm like hitchhiking out of JFK New York Airport, and that is not the case. Then I don't think that would work very well. You know, you just go to the ticket counter at an international airport and be like, "Hi, I'm from Canada. Can I hitchhike on your airplane, please?" Doesn't work. Well, I'm guessing it wouldn't work. I haven't tried it, so I guess you can't say for sure until you try. Best way to get a ride on an airplane?
Change at all?
How much are you looking for?
5?
Talk to people.
I don't have ones. Do you have ones on? I don't have ones in my drawer. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
You need 5 in ones?
5
I think I might.
You got load there.
Yep. Yes, I do.
Wow. Good.
Oh, yeah.
Good man.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, now I got a question for you. See, aviation charter shirt. So I'm from Canada, and I document the process and experience of hitchhiking. So I've been hitchhiking around the United States for 75 days, been through 28 states. And when I show up at a small airport like this, I try to see if anyone's flying anywhere, and if they are flying anywhere, if they can take a Canadian in his backpack. I've done it 5 times on 5 planes so far along the way. But I just kind of ask everyone, see what they're up to, see if they're flying anywhere, and if they are allowed to, and if they're allowed to,
Yeah,
can they take me?
it's a charter company, and we have a passenger going out of here to Trenton, New Jersey.
Trenton, New Jersey, okay. I think I just came through Jersey. Everyone's going backwards. Yeah, I'm gonna go anywhere but no. You couldn't help me out anyway, yeah. But is that a company policy thing? Or it's just because it's a charter, the person paid for it, so they kind
Yeah,
of have,
pretty much.
yeah. Because I hitchhiked on one charter from New Orleans to Monroe, Louisiana, but I ended up talking to the charter passengers, and they're like, "Hey, to the pilot, hey, can we take a hitchhiker?" And he's like, "I don't see why not."
I'm new with the company.
And that wouldn't be something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, I think that'd be kind of a stretch for
Anyway, that's like the wrong direction anyway. I'm just actually more getting information now anyway. Like, I know we wouldn't get a flight today.
Possibly you can
Yeah.
find a way, you
Yeah.
know, maybe not me, but somebody else might. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No, I was just curious about the charter situation.
Yeah, that's a good way to go about it. I mean, all you can do is ask, right?
Exactly, the worst they can say is no. Worst they can say is no. And most people say no. But it's worked 5 times, so. And realistically, it's faster for me to hitchhike traditionally. This is your passenger? Okay. All right, well, thanks for the info.
Pardon?
I said thanks for the info, yeah.
Give me a call? Yeah, I said we're leaving at 2, so I was just getting ready to go out. Yeah, that's fine, yeah, I just didn't know, you know, I said, I bet you I can't do 1:30, I'll just do 2, everything's cool. Yeah, if you use laboratory,
Yeah, any plane owners, not employees.
good.
I have hitchhiked on a charter plane before by talking to the charter passengers, so it does work. It's just less likely. It's more complicated. Yes, I'm trying to head north. They're going to Jersey anyway, so even if they could take me, I wouldn't want to go back to Jersey.
It's absolutely.
Actually, yeah, my last airplane hitchhike was on a chartered plane. I got that by talking to the passengers. And the passengers like, yeah, sure, we'll take you. It's just, but we chartered it, so I have to ask the pilot. So they asked the pilot, and the pilot's like, they're like, hey, can we take a hitchhike? And the pilot's like, sure. I just have to run that past the company. Called the company. Company said, sure. We just have to make sure he's like not on the no-fly list. We might find in Jersey that's literally backwards. That's backwards. If someone's going up to Montreal, I don't want to go back into Canada until I finish this trip. Too far. Yeah. You out of here? All right. Have a good one.
Yeah, good luck with everything.
Thank you.
I'm going Portsmouth.
Portsmouth? Is that the northern part of town?
On the island.
What do you think there'll be more traffic?
I don't know.
You don't know? It's a unknown. There's always an unknown factor.
I know.
That's the northern part of the island, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's basically, Portsmouth is at the top of the island, and there's a bridge into Fall River, Massachusetts.
Okay. Oh, Fall River's actually in Massachusetts? Oh, okay. I'm guessing there's just not going to be much traffic today.
Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, I'd take a ride to Portsmouth, because I just based off of how much people are coming in and out right now, I kind of doubt it's going to work. I was hoping things were a little bit better, but I think, yeah, unless it was like blue skies beautiful, a lot of people would be like, don't feel like flying. What was the next airport? I probably won't hit an airport like a destination airport like this for a while. This would be an awesome airport to hitchhike out of if the weather was better, because I think this is somewhere where people actually, there's a decent amount of transient traffic. All right. Do this. I just want to say bye, I guess. Is he still here?
I'm back.
Oh, he's in the back. Like back here. Yeah, they're heading out to Portsmouth, and then just isn't much traffic here today, so I think I'm just gonna get a ride up to Portsmouth and then hitchhike traditionally, like a normal hitchhiker. But I do appreciate all the help and the ride the other day. So
Nice to meet you. I'll be
you as well.
watching for sure.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Hey, good luck.
Thank you. I'll need that luck.
ideal spot for you to try to
Like-
pick up rides?
Thing is, like right after that bridge is Fall River, right? So
Yeah.
it's like another town or city.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I can bring you to Fall River,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that might, because, yeah, trying to hitchhike when you're kind of still in a civilized, like usually I try to get to the end of a place and like then that traffic is driving past that point is going somewhere. Where if I was like just before the bridge, you might be able to catch a ride across the ferry or across the bridge, but most people they'll just like shrug at you, be like, "What do you want?" I'm driving like 3 miles. I need to get a couple things first. You go. My internet.
So Fall River, I mean, you can get close to it.
That's right.
I know.
If I was like rushing through things, like the first 2 days I was in town were beautiful.
Yeah.
Albeit it was a weekday, but still, it'd still be more people than today, I'm guessing. Oh, okay. It's a nice car. Back to the storage unit, boys. Nope. Never.
Never gonna see that storage unit again.
No. I refuse to go back. You know, I liked Storage Wars, the show, before. And you know what, now it's always gonna have leave a sour taste in my mouth. Well, we tried 2 short days of airplane hitching. It wasn't very successful because of the dang cloud cover. And like, is your stuff, like we don't have to talk about details of it, but is your stuff like commission based off of how many jumps you do for the company? Or are you like
Yeah, you get paid per jump.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on a day like this, it's a 0 day for
0
you.
day.
Yeah. That sucks.
You should try sometime though.
I really want to.
Yeah.
And at some point on this trip, if I have a bit of a better camera setup, I want to
Live stream it.
yeah, live stream it. I think it'd be fun to live stream my first jump too.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be giving a hitchhiker 2 rides in 2 days.
Yeah, right.
Yes, this is the skydiving guy from yesterday.
Rescued him from the storage
Yep.
ones.
Yep, I was rescued. Show you guys where we're at. See, he is very good looking. There you go.
Oh, really?
The internet thinks you're good looking. Hitch Live, was he the guy getting yelled out? No, he was not. He was not at the storage unit. Once I left the storage unit, he picked me up from the road. Yes. Apparently that was trending on Livestream Fails subreddit. That scene of our friend who was supposed to drive me to Boston but then dropped out on me and yelling at the guy.
Yelling at
What the fuck are you doing?
For some reason, I thought that was all an act. Like he was just doing that because he knew he was gonna leave. It was just, I don't know. That's all I felt when I was watching that.
Yeah.
Miserable weekend weather-wise.
Yeah. Like, for actual normal hitchhiking, this is actually decent weather.
Yeah.
Because, like, with the sun, especially in the morning or evening, the sun gets low on the horizon. It's either in my eyes or it's in the driver's eyes, and I'm like a silhouette. Like, 'cause when it gets like behind me. So visibility actually becomes difficult with the sun. But when it's high overcast, no matter what time of the day it is, as long as the sun's still out, you can everyone can see everyone, which is nice. And in the summer, it makes it, if you're standing still, you're a lot more comfortable. Temp here today, car says 70, which is nice. Yesterday I actually felt cold. Today it's comfortable being outside. Is that a crack in the windshield? I believe it is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Driving down Ocean Drive in Newport.
Yeah.
And the wave came up and rocketed it. That was it.
A wave.
The wave
through a
came
rock?
right up front onto the road.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Rocketed the end of the wave.
You get pretty big surf here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it a popular surfing destination? Yeah, okay. Coolest thing you've seen on this trip so far? I don't know. Coolest thing I've experienced was learning how to hitchhike on airplanes and hitchhiking on a variety of different airplanes, like a King Air 250, like an old 1943 Howard, and then like some more normal planes, like a Cessna 180, and actually, no, one of the other ones was an interesting plane. It was like a 70s Italian plane, though. I forget what the brand was, or the manufacturer was. But I like being in the air. So I'm sad that the weather was bad this weekend, because I haven't hitchhiked on a plane since New Orleans. Oh, it's been a while.
You think you'll attempt to do it again?
Oh yeah, I definitely will on this trip. I hadn't tried for the past little bit because there's like some small states here, and I didn't want to like fly over a state and have to backtrack. But maybe even out of Maine or something like that, I'll try. That looked like it was some kind of act when he was blowing up. He was actually pretty nice. Yeah, he was nice until that point, and he went from 0 to 100. I don't know. It could have been some kind of act, or it could have just been some mental instability. I've seen that before with different people, where they'll just go from nothing to everything in an instant.
I think that was his way to give you out of a ride, just to, you know what I'm saying?
I guess, yeah. Because I could have left with him right then, and apparently would have driven me. Because he's like, "Come on, Trevor, let's go." But I'm like, I felt committed to just finishing the job that I agreed to finish. So, like, he probably would have taken me then, maybe. boats. I've hitchhiked on one boat in my life in Ireland. On this trip, I've taken a few boats. Like I took a ferry to start this trip from Victoria to Port Angeles, Washington State. I took a ferry from Cedar Island to Ocracoke Island, a ferry from Ocracoke to Hatteras. And that's about it. How long do you think we're staying in Boston, Massachusetts? Actually, right now, I'm either going to be skipping Boston, or if I get a ride to Boston, I'll just be transiting through it and continue hitchhiking. And then I'm gonna come back in like 5 days later to Boston again, because I'm meeting a friend actually in Vermont, and we're gonna do some duo hitchhiking, just to switch things up a bit for a couple days. So. But yeah, apparently when we cross the bridge, we'll be in Massachusetts, which is state number 29 on the trip. So we're getting there. Had you ever picked up a hitchhiker before?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
No.
First one.
First one, yes. I like being people's first hitchhiker. It's fun. But like, do you think you would, given this instance, or is it more just like special circumstance because I'm like doing that almost like a documentary of some sort, like a live stream kind of thing?
No, I mean, I probably would.
But it depend on how they present themselves, like how they, yeah.
Present yourself in a way that is calming and, you know, just telling your story and,
Yeah.
second guess it at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do really appreciate the second ride now.
Yeah.
Where's giving me a lift to? Fall River, Massachusetts. So, let me just look at a map. So family going up Highway 24.
Yep.
Let's see. Sorry guys, I'm just looking at a map of what the highway network looks like as far as hitchhiking goes. Must be tired of Newport. I'm not tired of it. It's actually a really nice place. I just didn't expect to be here this long. Due to unforeseen circumstances. Nice thing about the 24 is it looks like for the most part it has a nice shoulder on it. And it's a state highway, so hitchhiking and being a pedestrian on it should be fine. Whereas an interstate, quite often it's illegal to just be a pedestrian, so just by that definition, hitchhiking's illegal as well.
When you're on a highway like that on the shoulder,
Yep.
how long does it usually take for you to get some
In my life, my average wait time's in the like 20 to 25-ish minute range. Like sometimes I get picked up instantly, other times I'll get picked up in a couple hours. But if we're looking at like the median, like what you will expect to wait on average, 20-30 minutes. With that said, if it takes a couple hours, it doesn't bother me.
Right.
I'm perfectly happy waiting a few hours. Good luck. Don't forget where you had your first taste of Charisse. Yeah, that was good. I like it. About to be entering the Bridgewater Triangle. See what that is?
That's up 24 in Bridgewater.
Oh, okay. Now leaving the state, entering Mississippi.
What's that?
Someone said we're now leaving the state, entering Mississippi. Is there a sign that says you're in, or not Mississippi, Massachusetts?
Yeah, it's up here a few miles up north.
Oh, okay.
You're still in Portsmouth, Rhode Island.
Yeah,
And then once you cross over the Seconic River Bridge, you'll be in Tiverton.
it's the bridge. That okay.
And then Tiverton is right next to the
Yeah.
border of Fall River.
Where are we going? Fall River, Massachusetts. Powell River. No, we're not in British Columbia, soda poppin'. Here we go. Bridge. It's a ton of boats.
It is the Seconic River.
Wow. You miss Betty. Betty's just her grandson.
Oh, really?
So it was a cute ride. Yeah, it's the antenna, which had a bit of a connection error, and it works better if it's on an open or like a window. Freetown State Forest, right next to Fall River. I want to put some miles in. I haven't actually done any distance in 4 days, so we're gonna continue north. out of Fall River. See how far we get. How well does that thing work?
What's that?
The
Radar detector?
yeah,
Works really well.
yeah.
It saves me a lot.
Does it give false positives a lot?
Yeah, sometimes.
But better to.
But I can kind of figure out when it's
Oh, okay.
working and
Yeah.
when it's not. Oops.
Did he hitch this ride? I think this technically counts. I was trying to hitchhike at an airport, and then a friend here said he was driving to Portsmouth and he could take me if I didn't think I'd catch a ride on a plane today, because there's not very much traffic in the sky today, unfortunately. Apparently Martha Stewart flew out today, though. I'm sad I didn't catch that flight. What time did she fly through? Oh, sorry.
She left at like 9 a.m.
Oh, okay.
There's the Massachusetts side, yeah.
Oh, here we go. State sign. We're gonna cross into state number 29. 21 to go. It's on the left here. Blue sign. There you go.
Finally out of Rhode Island.
We did it. Got stuck in Rhode Island, the smallest state, the longest name. Welcome to the land of massholes. We did it. We made it. 29 out of 50. So we hit the, is it a city or a town? Fall River. Yeah. If you don't mind just kind of bypassing the city, getting to the end, and then just anywhere along the highway, once we kind of bypass it, should be good. And as far as hitchhiking signs, I'll probably just use a north sign. I think that'll be sufficient.
What's your luck with rest stops on highways?
Are there good rest stops here?
There's a rest stop up in Bridgewater.
Let me see where that is. Bridgewater. Oh, like, wait, is that way north here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, if the shoulder on the highway looks decent, like, I don't think it's 3 lanes like this one is. I think it's just 2 lanes.
Yeah, it is.
Then it's probably okay for hitchhiking. Everyone watching is gonna complain. They're gonna be like, they're driving too fast to pull over. But that's just the reality of the situation. The on-ramps don't look very good. They don't look like they have much shoulder, but the highway itself does look like it has a safe shoulder where you can pull out of the lane of traffic. So, let's see. Because then, if I'm potentially bypassing Boston right now, I'm not. I'm not sure. Like, there's a 495 that kind of like rings around Boston. Then there's the 93 to 9.
Top of this 24. It
Yeah.
comes to a split eventually, you go 50 miles up.
Yeah.
Left is 128 north, and right is the 93 north through Boston.
Okay. I think it'll just depend on which rides I get, which route I take. Like, if someone picks me up right then, like, I'm going to Boston, I'll get a ride to Boston and just transit out and then hitchhike north out of there. Route 128 rings around Boston. Where's that? 90.
Yeah, it's called 128 or it's 95 north.
Oh, or
Same
95.
highway.
Yeah, the same. Okay. But not hitchhikeable. Yeah, those usually ring roads suck for hitchhiking. So we'll see. It looks like a ring road as well, but it's way outside of Boston still, the 495. I don't know what that is. Again, it's just going to depend on where people are going who pick me up. Where are you trying to go? I'm kind of just trying to bypass Boston, but I'm going to hit it a bit later. I'm going right into Vermont to meet a friend and do some duo hitchhiking with them. 495 is interstate, I do understand that. So I'd have to do on-ramps on the 495. Map, and there's a random road called Airport Road. I'm like, oh, is there an airport there? But I don't see any airport.
There's an airport in Taunton.
Yeah. I think we're gonna skip on the airplane hitchhiking for a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, sweet southern chick. So yeah, I'm thinking about trying to bypass Boston right now, but I will be coming back to it. I'm gonna go up straight into Vermont, meet my friend, hitchhike with that friend, straight east to Portland, Maine, then go down to Boston, and then head inland from there. It's the current route I'm thinking about taking. Thanks for the host. All our roads have merged, so anyone kind of going up this road should be going somewhere. So, in theory, anywhere soon up here that's on a straight stretch, as long as it has a shoulder, is a decent hitchhiking spot. With fast traffic, where are we going?
What's that?
How fast? What's the speed limit here?
65.
65. That's fairly fast. Boston's only 47 miles away.
Yeah.
It really isn't far. Potential road work too, that's exciting. It's 110, yeah, 110 is pretty fast for hitchhiking. Like this next exit I could try.
This one here.
Yeah. I can either go on the on-ramp. I can't see what the shoulder looks like from here. From satellite, I could go to Street View, but it's glitchy. Or, yeah, here.
Take it?
Yeah, we'll take it. Or I can just walk back out onto the highway at the end of the on-ramp. It looks like it's a decent shoulder with just a decent shoulder with on a straight stretch. Going to an airport, we already tried an airport, but the weather was variable today, so not many people were flying. And then, so that's my on. Sucks because it has a raised concrete curb, which isn't good for hitchhiking. So I might just have to walk out onto the highway now. Maybe I do have to do the on-ramp, because I think that sign does say no pedestrians on it.
Does it?
I can't, my eyes aren't good enough, but I'll have to do on-ramps then.
You'll have to go on the on-ramp?
If there's a sign on there that says no pedestrians, then I can't hitchhike on the highway. Usually you can hitchhike on a state highway unless it's expressly stated. But in this case, if they say a sign that says no pedestrians, then you can't do that.
What if I just drop you off at the rest stop?
Alright.
Huh?
Okay, yeah, I guess.
Does that work for you?
Yeah, that works.
No pedestrians?
Yeah, no pedestrians, no bicyclists, no horses. Note. Noted, everyone. No horses. I'm on Route 24 right now.
I mean, everybody that's going at that rest stop is getting gas and food and they're going north.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, those rest stops are like some of the best places to find rides. It's just hard to get to them in the first place. Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, this is a great shoulder for hitchhiking. That's a nice, really wide shoulder. But I'm just not allowed to be here. So I'll still have to do on-ramps like it's an interstate, even though it's a state highway. Well, thanks for taking me out there, dude. What are your plans for the rest of the day now that you've the day off?
Gonna get some food.
Yeah. No problem. Nice.
Tune in, watch your adventure.
See where I get to today. So it isn't hitchhiked yet today. Well, this is kind of a hitch ride. I was offered a ride from someone at the airport. The road here has an interesting noise to it. Yeah. You're like, yeah. Thumb on road? Yeah, then yeah, I haven't thumb on road hitchhiked yet. I know you're professional, but taking that stuff, don't be, that's not how the world works, Phantom. That's not how the world works. How long have you been skydiving for as a profession?
Been skydiving for 20 years.
20 years.
Yeah.
Really?
Since I did my first job. But full time since 2011.
Okay. What were you doing before that?
I was doing some office work.
Yeah.
Pretty boring stuff.
Yeah. I was doing boring stuff before I did this. I was an accounting finance major.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so a bit of a 180 there. I guess you did too. Office work to skydiving instructor. It's a big change. How many jumps does he have? How many jumps did you say you thought you had? 2,000 jumps. That's a lot of jumps. Well, like, what's like a full day of tandem, like if you're booked out for the day?
I'll do up to 25 a day.
25 a day. Yeah.
A week. Roughly 1 to 10, 11, 12.
Okay.
It's good every time. Never gets old.
That's crazy. 2,000 jumps. That's so many.
Yeah.
Now, in 2,000 jumps, has there been any scary moments?
It hasn't.
No?
Thankfully.
Yeah. Because if done correctly, skydiving is a very safe sport.
The equipment is meant to work.
Yeah.
Trust the equipment.
Yeah.
Trust your training.
Yeah. Guaranteed, thanks for subscribing. Welcome to Twitch, and thank you for the support. Welcome. Has he ever had to pull his reserve chute? I'm guessing since you've had no scary moments, he wouldn't have had to pull your reserve chute. So that would be a scary moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. People you've jumped with, people like that are on the plane with you for your drop at any moments in 2,000 jumps. Like, I presume in every plane there's several people go up because it splits the cost of the jump.
Yeah. No, we've been here for 20 years. We own the business in Newport.
Yeah.
We've had one twisted ankle in 20 years.
One twisted ankle, that's it. See? There you go. Everyone's terrified of doing it, but it's a safe sport, yeah.
They say that driving to the airport to make the skydive is more dangerous than making the skydive.
Yeah. And, well, that's it. Hitchhiking might not be as safe as skydiving, but I say the most dangerous part of hitchhiking is driving itself.
Really?
Just like you say,
Yeah.
the most dangerous part of skydiving is driving to the airport.
Right.
I think the driving part of hitchhiking is the most dangerous part. Just, it's inherently dangerous. Yeah, plan on it. Plan on it.
It's feeling that you're just free. You jump out of an airplane, nothing else in the world matters but that moment.
Yeah. That's so cool. So cool. Do a 10K celebrator stream. I feel like I should do something for 10,000 followers because we're pretty close now. Relic, we just crossed into Massachusetts. Yeah, I don't know what I should do for 10,000. Deserve something. Any suggestions, guys? Don't get too weird with it. Oh yeah. This will be a good spot for hitchhiking, guaranteed, yeah. Yeah.
Who's this guy?
Perfect. Okay.
Take a picture of my phone. Yeah, be safe.
This is a good spot. So
Yeah.
what's your screen name? See ya.
People everywhere here.
I know. This will,
Yeah.
and everyone's going north,
North.
right?
Yeah.
This is like the perfect spot.
Right.
That's gonna be awesome. I don't think it'll take long.
Yeah. Good luck with everything. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you, flying guy. Poor connection. My connection bad here? What the hell? What's going on? What's going on? Come on, internet. Do better. Thank you. I might have to drop it down to 700 bitrate, 360p. It's unstable. Where'd you get that? Yeah, we're dropping down 360p. I'll restart the stream in 1 second. Back down to classic Hitch Live resolutions, 360p. I'll be back in 10 seconds.